Hey, what's going on, everyone? Moose here, Cigars and Gear, and today we are going to be taking a look at, well, number one, another Tatuaje Reserva Uno. I had two of these things. The one I smoked the other day for our intro video was so good. I was like, you know what? I don't want the other one to go bad. I fired it up. I've been puffing on it for about 40 minutes, and I've got a ways to go still, so... but today, our friends over at Acetac, I've been talking with these guys for a little bit now, and I told them, I said, hey man, you know, I checked out some of your stuff. I'm really kind of in the market for a new chest rig, you know, what do you guys have? And they were nice enough to send over a chest rig for us to check out. This is the chest rig on the top. We got an extra pouch on the bottom. It's two side pouches. But one thing I really want to talk about, and this is true, because I have just like you guys, I have ordered these things off of eBay. I've ordered them off of Amazon, and 9 times out of 10 I get them, and while they look great on the, you know, on those sites, they usually are too small. They're like super small. They're for like little dudes, and I'm not a little dude. I'm a big guy. I wear a 4X shirt, so you know, every time that I look into chest rigs, I always just kind of like cringe, like hopefully it fits. Well, I'm here to tell you that for wearing a 3X tall or a 4X shirt, this thing fits great. And the guys over at Acetac, you know, I don't think that they really knew. I didn't request a specific size, but it fits wonderfully, including the waistband that is included. It absolutely 100% clips right around me, no problem. I wore this the other day with a hoodie, and I still had no problem. So I've got a little bit of motion here. It's not as tight as it could be, but I will say that it fits very comfortably. This is a great option for, you know, if you want to carry some extra mags, if you want to carry, you know, your radio, your flashlights, and, you know, all your gear, you know, your tourniquet, you know, a small first aid kit. You know, while I do have IFAKs, you know, and something like this, I generally use this bottom pouch to house just some basic first aid stuff, right? All the stuff that I might have in an IFAK, I'm going to put down in here, as well as it even has the bungees that'll protrude through the bottom, so you can strap your tourniquet right to the bottom of your bag here. You could even do it on, you know, in the middle here. A lot of people, I think, are, you know, kind of like, well, why do I need a tourniquet? And if I have a tourniquet, I probably want to put it up here. Well, the reason that most of us will run them where they're easily acceptable by either hand is because if I get shot in this arm, I don't want my tourniquet or my IFAK to be way over here, right? Or the opposite. I don't want it to be over here, right? And if this arm is bleeding, I'm not going to be able to. And this is just out of the question. So you know, a lot of us run our tourniquets and our first aid where we can access them from either hand, right? Which is where the double zippers come in. You know, if you run your double zippers in the center, then it's easily accessible with either hand. So you know, these pouches are very well built. Got lots and lots of different stretchies inside, you know, molly loops inside. You know, like I said, even bands for the bottom. I haven't loaded this one up yet. I will bring it back once we get it loaded. But it's even got the molly straps up here where we can mount, you know, our knife, maybe, you know, our push to talk, you know, for our radio, you know, our mic and speaker. I generally like to do that with my radios. While I keep my radio kind of out of the way, I like to run an external mic, you know, so that I can just click and talk. Magazine pouches work really, really well. You know, they doesn't require any extra, you know, fiddling or fuddling or moving it around and things like that. It did not have the bungee loops over the top, but honestly, the Velcro really does hold them in there pretty, or not the Velcro, but the straps themselves actually hold them in really well. I don't feel like they're going to go anywhere. You know, even if I was to fall down, I don't feel like they're going to go anywhere. So just having that availability to load. You know, some guys like to keep their magazines, you know, if they're doing training. I don't really worry about, you know, being able to, you know, pull an empty mag from my gun and then save it and put it back into this slot. Only because generally in a real life scenario, I'm not going to be saving my magazines. Magazines is just as important as ammo in my opinion. You should have a ton of magazines, and they're cheap enough that you can. You know, magazines are disposable in my opinion, especially in a real life scenario where you may just be fighting for your life. Not that I've ever been involved in any of those, and hope to God I never am. But if you are, in fact, it's much easier to, you know, even in these side pouches, which do have the bungees, technically, you know, you can run a couple of mags, you know, over here if you want more mags, or you could even add, you know, more mag pouches if you so choose. But for me personally, I think having the 3 across the front, 1 in the gun, you know, that's plenty of rounds. It's 120 rounds. If you need more than that, you should probably be wearing more than just a chest rig. You should have a shoulder sling or a backpack, or even better yet, your body armor. But let's go ahead and take this thing off, and I'll show you guys how to, all the internals and all that good stuff. Hopefully you guys can see it with my camera set up. I did not set up a B-roll camera. My bad. I'm working on it. I'll get there. So either way, like I said, you know, so here in the front here we have our admin pouch. We've got a front zipper up here where we could put some nice stuff in there. I wouldn't say that this is 100% waterproof, but I can say that the internals of this do appear that they are absolutely water resistant. And then we've got our inside pouch here, which once again has lots and lots of molly, as well as you can actually take this out if you so choose not to use it. You know, you got molly straps back here, you know, so you could run, you know, a pen, you know, maybe a little pen light, you know, maybe even run a compass in one side, you know, extra batteries maybe, you know, for whatever, and then, you know, a map if you so chose. You know, I do have my, I think these are called marching beads, but I do have my beads on here as well for utilizing mapping. We're going to talk about those. I'm actually new to these beads. My buddy Yeti gave these to me, and apparently the way that this works is for every 100 meters that you walk, you move a bead down. And it's a good way of keeping track of how far you've moved for map movement. You know, to be able to look at your map and say, yeah, I've gone this distance. So I'm new to this, or I'm new to that. So we're going to talk about that later. The front or the bottom pouch here, same thing. Internals are empty, but yet when you open up the main part, there's quite a bit of molly strapping in here. Plus, you know, like I said, you know, your loops for your tourniquet, and then these internals are removable as well. So, you know, you could actually change them up if you so chose. This is definitely big enough here to hold a handgun. If you so chose to hold a handgun in there instead, you know, nice concealed. But overall, the construction quality on this thing is great. The backs here, you know, this simply just peels off, and all of our components can, you know, be moved or worked on, you know, put into whatever configuration that you want. You know, solid quality. And another thing, I love the straps, right? They're nice, they're thin, you know, nothing major. People often say, you know, what, man, I'd rather have a padded, you know, shoulder strap. No, you wouldn't. Because I can tell you what's going to happen if you do run a padded strap and then you throw a backpack over it, or let's say you're running your body armor, which even my body armor has thinner straps, so they're not real thick and padded. I don't want that, because if I was running like a body armor that was bare, mine are not. Mine have all my pouches built into them. or added onto them. And then you add like a chest rig, and then you add a backpack. You know, these straps are moving left and right thanks to Bear for that bit of info, because I'd never really thought about that. And don't think for a minute that I don't pay attention to what other people are saying, because it makes sense. You know, none of us are the end-all say-all. None of us have all the answers. We're always learning, and we should always be learning. But you know, overall, this is a great alternative, as I said, for, you know, just everyday use. You know, you know, you want to do some training, you want to, you know, maybe you have a lot of property and you just want to go out and patrol your property, and you want to be prepared in case you come across anything, but you don't want all the weight of, you know, body armor. You know, this thing weighs nothing. You know, I mean, you know, my body armor weighs roughly, I don't know, I think right around 17, 18 pounds unloaded. So once I load it up, probably about 25 to 30 pounds, depending upon how in-depth I get. That's a lot of weight for most of us that don't train in that scenario every single day. And so having this, So having this lighter weight alternative is really nice. You know, obviously it's got our Velcro on the front, which is actually got lacerations in it as well, so you could actually hook more stuff to the front if you so chose. I do have friends that put extra mags in the front of theirs. You know, like I said, for me, I kind of look more at the, you know, I've got enough in 120 rounds. Acetac. First and foremost, I want to say that these are Cordura brand fabrics. And here's something cool about Acetac. Number one, they are a US based company, and they are, let's see, Acetac gear was proudly founded and operated by veterans with the mission of providing quality, durable, and sustainable products. Acetac gear guarantees this product is covered under our lifetime warranty against defects in material and workmanship. This warranty does not cover damages caused by improper care, normal wear, or tear. But the nice thing is that, you know, if your zipper breaks, you know, and it's just normal, you know, normal use, they're going to cover that. It's workmanship, right? Now, if you're using this thing every day, or if you're on deployment and you're using this thing, obviously, you know, you're putting it through a different, but even then, I don't know what they would say about that, but God bless you if you are on deployment. But either way, lifetime warranty, made with Cordura. You know, honestly, this is some solid gear, man. It is really, really nice. I can tell you, for their price point, I've spent more. Now, granted, they sent me these. However, knowing how much these cost, I've spent more on stuff from eBay and Amazon and had it show up, and this stuff is like razor thin. You know, it's like, really? Like, what am I going to put in that bag that's going to fail? So why not support a veteran-owned company? Give them a call or check out their website. The link will be in the description down below. And once again, we've got some other stuff as well coming in from Acetac, and I'm probably going to shoot that video next. So you're going to see me in the same shirt. It's going to be the same cigar. But either way, we're going to have another video coming out in a couple of days, and I look forward to sharing it with you guys. So, till next time, I'm Moose. This is Cigars and Gear. This is the Acetac chest rig. It comes in all kinds of different colors, everything that you want, guaranteed. It's got a lifetime warranty. I mean, these guys are solid dudes. I talk to them. Great people. Check them out. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and by all means, hit that bell so you know when the next video is coming. Till next time, be good to each other, and God bless.